All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Okay.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty. Act like you've been here before we start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame more goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie. Hollywood, Hollywood, where you be
All
at?
right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I just played a segment about Al Green saying he wants to impeach Donald Trump. We'll move on to our next segment. And by the way, if you're a Trump voter, just leave the show. Just leave the show because, like I said, I aim to please over here. And when you got as much corruption and evil, vile stuff going on in the United States of America like we have with Donald Trump and MAGA, I guarantee you, yeah, maybe TikTok is right. It's so vile. TikTok can't even handle the stuff that I have to cover, but I cover it because I love my country, and we're going to bring Donald Trump's poll numbers back to where they are. So now we're going to have citizens doing their job. This is a segment called Citizens Doing Their Job, and they're confronting these ICE agents right there. They call them ICE agents, but many of us have different ways to describe them. These are not honorable people. No, not today's ICE agents. Maybe before Donald Trump took over and did things to them, they may have had honor in what they do. But these folks don't have honor. These folks are some violent. These are a bunch of men who've been rejected everywhere in life. Everywhere in life, they're no one in their family likes them. They're short. You'll hear they're short. They can't get jobs. You don't know what's happened, but Donald Trump put a badge on them and said do something, and they're out here trying to do something, and no one takes them serious. Listen to this.
Country. Keep watching, short stack. What's that? I said keep walking, short stack.
Short stack.
Let's go, short buddy. Let's go. Keep walking. Keep going, because you ain't got no fucking power here. Keep going. Keep going, you fucking pussy. Short motherfucker. Keep walking. That's right. Walk away, you little fucking pussy.
Come on. He's just doing his job, please.
That's what I thought.
Wow.
Dipshit.
Oh, God.
Talk to me and shit. Good. Fucking assholes.
You're a little guy too.
So these are a bunch of 5-foot guys out here jumping out of Ford Explorers, ladies and gentlemen, trying to terrorize the United States of American citizens, Army vets, and things like that. I just want to say W to all the citizens out there. Yeah. This is who Donald Trump is using to try to enforce his failed immigration policy, and none of us are buying it. So I just want to say again, and I'm going to get to the boos and the shames. There's another video out there. It's out there. I'm just going to hit play on this too. I mean, this one tickled me actually. I like this one. Here we go.
Are you good?
Citizens doing their job.
No, this is ICE. What you messing with him for? He at the bus stop. But he's at the bus stop. What you messing with him for? What is you messing with him for?
Yeah.
Why are you messing with him? He's at the bus stop, my nigga. He's at the bus stop, though. What are you messing with him for?
Go ahead.
You don't got to show him shit. You don't have to show him nothing.
What we're listening to is a random woman. Obviously, this is a sister. And this is why I say sisters do some of the most amazing work to save America. They work in places a lot of us never even would know they exist sometimes. But it's not just them. Anyone out there that's making it a point to highlight how disgusting and vile the ICE agents out here who are just randomly terrorizing people. You deserve a round of applause. But I want to give her an opportunity to show you all how she's doing this.
No investigation. Don't put your hands. This is not an investigation. Who are you? Identify yourself.
Yeah.
Identify yourself. You don't have to show him nothing. You don't have to show. He ain't got one. This is ICE.
Yeah.
You don't have to show him anything.
Get back
Nothing.
right now.
I don't have to. Don't fucking put your hands on me.
Nope.
Nigga, I'll make your ass. I will make you. Don't put your fucking hands on me, bitch. I don't know who the fuck you is. Oh, my mama, I will make you. I don't know who the fuck you is. Don't put your fucking hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. The fuck is wrong with you?
All right, sir, do you want to go over to my
No, he don't even know what you're talking. No, you don't need to. Why are you showing him anything?
Thank you.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure are at the bus stop right now.
At the bus
Yeah,
stop.
what y'all driving?
Go ahead, show them what he's driving.
What y'all driving?
What they driving out there?
Fucking with people.
Oh, Black Ford
What y'all
Explorer.
driving? This is ICE. This is ICE.
Out here in California. Wow.
Yeah, this is ICE.
Nasty work.
or whoever the fuck y'all claim to be. Whoever the fuck y'all claim to be.
My favorite part's coming up.
Fucking with people for no fucking reason. The fuck is wrong with you? Fucking with people for no fucking reason. The fuck? Find something to do. Find something safe to do. So no, he don't have it. Find something safe to do, bitch. How about that? Yeah, where they at? Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, who we got here?
That's the nigga. No, keep I already got your face, partner. I already got your face, partner. Oh, it's a nigga, huh?
Oh,
yeah,
Black.
A nigga.
I'm done.
A nigga, huh?
Oh, gosh, I got to stop her right there. Ladies and gentlemen, W to the Blagger. Working for massa out there. Hey, I mean, I see these things going, I go, yeah, you right to cover your face up like this, but we see you through that. We see the demon, the MAGA demon through all of that. And so what I'll do is this, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and warm up the lake of fire. This is for just all the Trump people out there. What does Donald Trump say about him?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Yeah, that's right. Join me in sending these demons straight to hell. Yeah.
Silence!
And I gotta take and I gotta take accountability. All right, I apologize for the strong language and some of the stuff you've heard in there. That doesn't reflect any of the things that we represent in the kingdom. That is 100% on the people that are making the content. I am just simply the messenger. I just got to put a disclaimer out here because I don't want folks to get it twisted and start coming in here and start trying to defile the kingdom. Absolutely not. Now let's move on to my next topic, ladies and gentlemen. What do I know what I got to cover, ladies and gentlemen, because there's so much going on. And I do understand there's a lot of people out here who say, Zeus, you got to cover this, you got to cover that. It's really hard to cover all of the wickedness going on right now, but I try my best, and that's why I'm always grateful when I have mutuals that come up here and they actually bring up things that I haven't really looked into. All right, W? Thank you. Now we're going to dive into some MAGA business. So this is a conservative pundit, Tim Pool, who was claiming a few days ago, actually, because Candace Owens and him, they've been going back and forth. They've been sparring. And so in an effort to get some sympathy, right, because I hear he's not getting his $100,000 a week payment in from the Kremlin, right? Because remember, Biden, the DOJ exposed that there were a bunch of right-wing influencers on the right getting paid from the Kremlin. So the money's dry. Candace knows it, and she's just busting him up. So he does something. He says, oh, people are doing things at my property, that involve pew-pews, and he tried to get sympathy for that. And so it's now been reported that that incident cannot be substantiated. Look at him. They're saying that he made it all up. He made it all up. Who would stage an incident like that? And then I thought about who he voted for, Donald Trump, right? Remember Butler, right? So they got a new name for him right here. Look at that. Remember this guy, Jesse Smollett? They call him Timmy Smollett. I tell you, that MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen, it really does have MAGA just totally looking like a bunch of clowns, truly embarrassment to the country. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire for Timothy Smollett. All right, the money's dry. Now you got to stage a Butler incident to try to gain sympathy and grip from the MAGA base. And we all see it for what it is. Even Candace Owens sees it, and that's why she's kicking his butt too. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending this MAGA demon straight to hell. Thank you. Yeah.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W Zeus. To some Erica Kirk updates. I mean, goodness gracious, I've never seen someone trying to sell a book so much in my life like the CEO of Turning Point. I like to refer to her as the CEO of Turning Point because once you look at it from that perspective, then it's fair game. I don't want to address her as a wife or anything like that. That's not my style. But I'll address her as CEO of Turning Point. The CEO of Turning Point is doing a book tour. Promoting this Charlie Kirk book, and Candace Owens is really giving her a run for her money, so to speak. So this is the moment when a reporter brings up that Candace Owens, and listen to watch how her tone changes. All right.
Podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
Ooh. Y'all see how serious? This is the look when the devil has taken over and showed its face, ladies and gentlemen. This is the devil right here. I see it. How did we go from this? Remember, before Candace Owens' name was mentioned, to this. And here's the part, ladies and gentlemen, that gets me.
Of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies.
So, Erica Kirk, you can brag about, and I'll say it as the CEO of Turning Point. You've been making a bunch of money off of the lies as the CEO of Turning Point. Record profits, record chapters. So you're making money, and now Candace Owens is making money off the lies, and all of a sudden you have a problem with it? It don't work like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. See, this is why I say when you peddle in misinformation and disinformation, this is kind of what you gotta come to the realization. Like, this is what you're getting yourself into. You can't have it both ways, Erica. And so this is why I do this, because I already knew this stuff was coming. Like I said, a lot of y'all won't be around here come midterms because of this. This is a dangerous game. It's a slippery slope. I wouldn't do it. That's why it's always better to stand on principle. But I get it. A lot of y'all can't turn a quick dollar down. Y'all can't turn a quick dollar down. All right. And Candace Owens knows it. She's giving you a run for your money. Listen to what Candace Owens had to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Butterfly writes, Candace, you mentioned several times that if Erica asked you to stop, you would, in fact, stop. Will you honor her request? Please stand by your word and honor what Charlie left behind.
Oh.
Prayers to you. I was very clear here. Erica asked me to stop lying, and I will immediately abide by that request. You know, Candace is lying.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Please stop. Please stop lying. I understand. I comprehend. What I don't comprehend is what I've lied about. Have I made errors along the way? Yes. But as soon as she tells me what it is I've lied about, I will cease lying immediately.
Oh. Go ahead, Candace. Go ahead and let the world know.
That, okay? I can only honor that if Erica is more explicit in terms of what I have lied about. What did I lie about? It's just incredible. If there have this opportunity, the questions have been before. You could just start like going through them. Maybe they will. By the way, it's coming on Saturday. Maybe I've made a mistake somewhere, and I'm happy. I want to correct that. Right? I'm not interested. My goal is not to tell lies. It is obviously plausible that I have made mistakes. I've reviewed these lists that we've put together.
Now, people keep asking me, well, Zeus, why are you making it a point to blend this into your content? Because I don't want to get into right-wing nonsense. I have to do this so that everyone is on the up and up. Because remember when Lion Lou, and I played his video yesterday, and he has issued a public apology. So until I get my public apology, I'm going to continue to do it. They tried to accuse the radical left, the Democrats, of what happened to CK, right? And we were pushing back saying, no, your rhetoric, your show, Zeus. What I love about this moment right now in American history is every day we get closer and closer to finding out who really is responsible for CK being taken out. And the most glaringly obvious answer is it's not the radical left. No, because we just want you to have free health care.
And I can't find the lie, okay? The lies that I find are coming out of Turning Point USA. Okay, and here are some of those lies.
Uh-oh.
You know, Mikey had blood all over him. Okay, Mikey has offered that his dad was confused. I'll accept that. Oh, I didn't lie about that. Rob McCoy lied. His father also said he called his father first. Maybe Rob McCoy was confused. Mikey being a hero for walking away doesn't feel honest. Charlie's neck stopping a 30-06 bullet because he ate healthy and had strong bones. It was a modern day Christian miracle. That feels like a pretty big lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie never wavered in his support for Israel was a nasty lie. Maybe Barry wanted to like, what do you want to say to the people that literally lied about what Charlie was living through in the last weeks of his life? Stop, Josh Hammer. Stop, Bibi Netanyahu. No, I'm sorry. Barry Weiss is here. We're not going to get to that.
Look at all these lies. 13.
Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. Did I lie about that? Nope. Turning Point USA lied about that, and I was attacked for telling me. I'm attacked for catching the lies. We'll get to that later. That's their new method. Once first they accuse me of lying, then I prove I'm not lying, and then their strategy is to attack me for telling the truth and saying, "How dare you reveal a personal text message to defend yourself from being called a liar?"
Go ahead.
We can keep going here. Has any of this been clarified? Ben Shapiro said they never had any bad blood between them. I proved that was not true. Again, that also came from a little PR. Alex Clark pulling that move. Next page, Terrell Farnsworth was told to remove that SD card by police. That was not true. Terrell Farnsworth personally told me that was not true. Terrell removed the SD cards because people were stealing hats. Again, not what Terrell Farnsworth himself told me. And also Eric.
Hold on. I want to skip ahead because
that
she's
lie.
going through all 13 lies. Then she actually goes through the lies that the feds...
Because they told some lies.
The
We got to
federal
listen to those
government
too.
has
We put
said
that
about
together. We would like some clarity. Again, Charlie being shot with 30-06.
Just the federal government
The
lying.
lover text messages mysteriously presented without any timestamps. Lying about how Tyler Robinson was arrested. They claim that he confessed and turned himself in. That's not what happened.
True.
That he said he was guilty. All of his, father said he was guilty. That's not what happened. Never revealed that Tyler Robinson was at the Dairy Queen following the assassination. He was throwing clothes away, as I presented to you guys in the cemetery. That's problematic to the timeline. We'd like some clarity. That's an oddity. They said Tyler Robinson was arrested wearing a maroon shirt. That actually was also not true.
Wow.
They said Tyler Robinson was suicidal, but also turned himself in because he was afraid of being shot by police.
Wow.
Those two ideas seem to be running into each other. How can both of these things be true?
Right.
Did he want to die or not want to die?
Right.
Maybe there's an explanation. It's definitely odd. And the footage mysteriously missing of Tyler Robinson turning himself in.
Yeah. So what Candace Owens has done, ladies and gentlemen, is she's highlighting all of the lies that are out there surrounding CK's unaliving, all right? And it just totally exonerates the Democrats. So I will go say it, W to the Democrats. And there's one last thing when it comes to lying, and we have to go back to Erica Kirk, and the question is, did she lie?
Wait, did I just catch Erica Kirk in a lie? A couple of weeks ago, Erica Kirk went on Megyn Kelly's show and was talking about Charlie Kirk's new book, Stop in the Name of God. When Megyn Kelly asks her if she's read the book in its entirety, she says yes. But last night on Sean Hannity, she tells a different story. Watch this.
To read it. When? Yeah. As much as I can, driving into the office or...
No, but I mean, was it written in its entirety before Charlie died?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
Yes, it was. He finished writing this, I believe, in June or July of this year.
So you had read it?
Mm-hmm.
As I read it, again, I read the whole thing. You know, and...
I'll be honest, I can't read the last few pages. I'm not there yet.
Oh.
It's just emotionally, because once this book is done, it's done.
Okay. So she wants to get on Candace Owens for her lies, apparently, and they both could be lying, right? But she's lying about reading her husband's book. All she's doing is just trying to cry herself into millions and millions and millions of dollars. And she doesn't care she doesn't give a darn about the truth. And the idea that Candace Owens is milking this situation, she just can't stand it. She can't even stand it. Look at Candace, how you gonna make money off of my husband? That's my job. And how you gonna lie doing it? That's my job. I don't like you. This is the MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's so amazing? This is all destined to fail because the good book, someone quote me, a house divided cannot stand. And this is a prime example of that. So what we're going to do is this, because two demons clashing, both of y'all going to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire. Candace Owens, Erica Kirk. Two demons can't get their lives straight. Join me and send them straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W Big Zeus. All right. Now I do need to call this out, ladies and gentlemen. We have to call aces and ace of spades when we see them. All right. So this is a serious issue right now. All right. This thing is now back in the news, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat. Thank you for the gift. Donald Trump's nasty hand. All right. What we'll do is we're going to go to a bit of a press conference that involves Caroline Leavitt and Caitlin Collins. First, we're going to talk about. I'll talk about the economy first. All right, let's talk about the economy first. Caroline Leavitt yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, got on national television and lied to the American people about all of us somehow being richer than we really are and how prices are cheaper. And Caitlin Collins, she caught her. She caught her dead in her lies. And this is how you know it's a demon. When you get caught lying, just shut up and apologize, right? Just zip it. Caitlin can't do that. Caroline can't do that.
The previous administration, I will repeat, inflation as measured by the overall CPI has slowed to an average 2.5% pace. Real wages are increasing, roughly $1,200 for the average worker. Gas prices are down in almost every single state across the country. Again, in 22 states, it's below 275. You look at the tax cuts, those are going to go into effect next year. So the best is yet to come. The president is digging our country out of the economic hole that the previous administration put us in, and that's what he's talking about.
No, he's actually digging us deeper into the hole. We're trillions and trillions. Some say $5 trillion have been spent since Trump got into office, all right? And that's normally what one administration does over 4 years. He's doing it right now. He has no plan to rescue the United States of America, and Caroline is lying on his behalf, trying to cover it up.
A year ago, as you know, grocery prices have been up. So we've covered the economy, but there's mixed signals in terms of what that looks like. But inflation is down from where it was. As measured by the overall CPI, it has slowed to an average 2.5% pace. This is down from what the president inherited. The president inherited 2.9% in January. Today it's at about 2.5%. So we're trending in the right direction with more to come. And I would remind you, when President Trump left office in his first term, inflation was 1.7%. And the previous administration jacked it up to a record high 9%. So again, in 10 months, the president has clawed us out of this hole. He's kept it low at 2.5%, and we believe that number is going to continue to decline, especially as energy and oil prices continue to decline as well.
It wasn't high under Biden. They're just saying it's not.
Well, nobody reported on it being high under Biden. My predecessor was standing at this podium, but now you want to ask me a lot of questions about it, which I'm happy to answer. But I will just add, there's a lot more scrutiny on this issue from this press corps than there was. Well, and the previous administration said that too. My predecessor stood up at this podium.
Caitlin said, Donald Trump said inflation was non-existent. Remember, Trump said there's zero inflation. Now Caroline is lying, saying it's 2.5. We all know it's higher than that. But Caroline, once again, you've been caught red-handed. Your dear leader said 0% inflation. We've heard it. Why do you continue to lie like this?
And she said inflation doesn't exist. She said the border was secure. And people like you just took her at her word. And those were two utter lies. Everything I'm telling you is the truth backed by real factual data. And you just don't want to report on it because you want to push untrue narratives about the president. Go ahead.
Wow. Caroline, you're a disgrace to this country. You're a disgrace to this country, Caroline. Now watch Caroline once again lie about something we all know is an issue. All right, this is the part that really sent me over the edge. And what we'll do is we'll go to judgment. We'll go to judgment after this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll go to judgment. All right. see this? You see this nasty hand? You see that nasty hand? I thought I had it. Hold on. That's the nasty hand right there. I want to make sure I get this hand picture correct. Hold on one second. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you think you got it. There you go. I found what I was looking for. Hold on. Bear with me. Sometimes you think you got it, and then you realize you don't. There we go. I think I got it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. You see what that is, right? You see what that is? There you go. Make sure I get that for all of you to see. Yeah. You got to see this hand right here, and this is what he's covering up. That's his hand. Listen to Caroline lie about it.
Secondly, he noted on Truth Social the other day that he had aced 3 cognitive tests. Could you please clarify when those tests took place?
I can do that at a later date. I obviously don't have that in front of me. The president has spoken about that quite extensively throughout the years. As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal.
What did she say? He's shaking hands. And the Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. Hold on, let me look up something. How many people go through Grand Central Terminal on a day? 750,000 people on an annual basis. Metro North Railroad reported 67 million riders. Now, let me go back to what Carolyn said. Let me go back to what she just said about that Epstein cursed hand.
Of me, the president has spoken about that quite extensively throughout the years. As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that you see.
Does anybody believe what Caroline just said? Does anybody believe? Hold on, let me get the hand up close now. All right, does anybody believe what Caroline just said? Does this look like a man whose hands have shaken 750,000 people a day, like at Grand Central Station? 67 million. Or is it the Epstein curse? Which one is it? Epstein curse or Grand Central Station hand? All right, you all decide. If you believe it's the Epstein, just put Epstein in the comment. If you think it's Grand Central, write Grand Central. If the majority of you say Epstein, then I'll send them straight to hell with Caroline. All right, I just want to see. Come on, which one? Okay, look at all those people. Okay, Kabir, is it a tough one? It's a toss-up for you? Okay, Epstein curse. I thought so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you win. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire. Caroline has just lied to the American people about the economy. She says it's doing great. It's not. And then she went as far as to say Donald Trump's annual pass to be on Epstein Island, the cursed hand, she says, that's from Grand Central train station shaking hands. Join me in sending her and Donald Trump straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA Dayton.
W Zeus. Straight to hell. Now the last thing I want to bring up though now is this, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you all saw Melania and Trump and Donald Trump and her? They crashed a congressional ballroom dinner yesterday, and this is directly linked to Jeffrey Epstein because I know a guilty conscience. I know a guilty conscience when I hear it, when I see it, when I smell it, when I taste it. I can just tell. And I know Donald Trump, he's really the 19th, ladies and gentlemen, 17 or 9 more days. How many weeks? Yeah, not 7 more days. And we're supposed to have the Epstein files. So this is totally just got Donald Trump in just everywhere he's at. He can't help himself but sometimes tell on himself. So at this little congressional ballroom dinner, he does this, rambling speech, and he knows he has to let his wife Melania say what she needs to say. And so it turns out she says there's going to be some legislation next year that Congress is going to help her pass. All right. And he lets her announce it. And then he makes the moment awkward, very awkward. All right. So what we'll do is let Donald Trump do what he does.
Frankly, I think a lot of the Democrats are going to want it too. It's been a very popular, ever since I uttered those words about a month ago, it's been very, very popular. So hopefully we can get that done together. So I want to just say in closing, have a you're going to have a fantastic evening. This food is unbelievable. The White House is known for great food, and it's better than that. And it's a great house. It's a special, special place. I've had a lot of nice houses, but I have to tell you, this house, it's just special. It's one of the reasons that every one of these events, all of them, are packed, sold out, waiting room, and they're begging to come. People love the White House, and people love our country, and we love the Republicans, and we love the Democrats, so we love everybody else. We love everybody, especially tonight. Now, tomorrow I'll have to deny I ever said that, but that's okay. So I want to thank you. Maybe our First Lady would like to say something.
Good evening. Welcome to the White House. As the President said, our greatest triumph in my office, in the First Lady office in 2025 is Take a Down Act. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate your bipartisan, overwhelmingly bipartisan support, and across the House and the Senate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker Johnson, and I hope you will be excited to support my new legislative initiative in 2026. Some of you already know about it because it's already in the works. Thank you very much. I wish you and your families a very happy and Merry Christmas and a healthy New Year. Thank you.
Well, I just heard about that for the first time. The only thing I can tell you, I know one thing for sure, Mr. Speaker, it's going to be great. It's going to be great for children. Okay? I don't know what it is she's doing, but I know it's going to be great for children because she loves children, and she's got a wonderful boy, and she's very proud of her boy, but she loves children, and if she puts it out, it'll be maybe unanimous again, or whatever that was, but very close, unanimous again. I want to thank you all. Have a great Christmas, a great Hanukkah, and a fantastic year, but we're going to have a great 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. We're going to make it great. Our country is going to be strong, safe, rich. It's going to be great. We're going to make America great again. Thank you, everybody.
Wow. Wow. Did you all catch that? I'm really concerned now, right? Because I really don't know what Melania said. I don't know. But when she was talking, it was the irony that got me. I say, now here we are. Right now, we have a country running around here randomly terrorizing American citizens because, hey, you might be an immigrant, right? That's the theme. Then we have in the White House the biggest immigrant on the planet, Donald Trump's wife. His wife is an immigrant. I mean, the hypocrisy that she can get out there and not have to deal with ICE. Because I know if she wasn't Donald Trump's president, she would be detained by ICE, right? If she wasn't Donald Trump's president, she would be detained by ICE because we all know how she ended up here. We don't got to go into the details. And normally I don't even like to bring up Melania because she's, but it's the hypocrisy. It makes me sick. And then you have Donald Trump himself saying what we all had to think to ourselves about. What is your obsession with her liking children? And she has a boy. Excuse me, sir. That's your son. At least that's what we've been told. None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. And then he said 3, 4, 10 years. The man's clearly gone, ladies and gentlemen. The question that I have now is, honestly, Who the heck is running the country? We are in a dangerous situation, and Donald Trump is the most dangerous person on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire once again. It's the hypocrisy. It's truly going to be the hypocrisy that's the downfall of the entire MAGA movement. And we're going to start all the way from the top with Donald Trump, all the way down to his most loyal supporters who are living in the trailer courts. Join me in sending these demons once again, ladies and gentlemen, straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Right. Big Zeus, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's go ahead and round the corner. All right, thank you, Kabira. We're going to go around the corner, and we're going to start trying to have some one-on-one conversations, and we'll see how that goes. Is there anybody out there that supports Donald Trump that wants to come up here? Hello, Tiffany. Nice to see you. Is there anyone out there that still supports Donald Trump after hearing this blistering rebuke? I'm doing a bit of an exorcism on the show. I'm casting out the MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. And I do that because I understand what it's like to deal with these kind of wicked spirits, all right? All right, let's see. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump voter. I'll bring you up, all right? MAGA is watching me. They watch me in the shadows. They come in here on their backup accounts, and they take notes because they swear up and down one day they're going to catch me. But I'm like, what are you going to catch me doing? For the most part, on the show, I'm giving you information, all right? You can go fact check it yourself, all right, WZoo. Who's this? Making waves. No, we support Sleepy Joe. Oh, okay, yeah, making waves. You keep on talking, all right? You keep on talking, all right? No one buys what you're selling. All right. Let's see, all right. I'm going to give him a chance. He was very civil the other day when we had a conversation about attacking. And if he's civil now, I'll deal with it. But if not, then, it'll be judgment.
How's it going?
It's going. How's it going?
Good. So I just wanted to see how the Kingdom Cult was doing.
That's all you wanted?
Just seeing how your day's going. Wish you a happy Friday.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, I have nothing negative to say today.
All
so,
right.
No, everything's great. So I'm having a great life. So
you're just wasting my time, though, right? You sent a
request.
I'm
asking.
You sent me a request
to find out how your day's going.
You could have asked that in the comment section. See, you're trying to be slick, right? You're trying to be slick, Tiny Tank Top 10. And guess what? You're going to get me in trouble with my mom. She would tell me that I have to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tiny Tank Top 10, Tom. Trying to be slick. You could try to sneak in through the window. It's not going to work. I'm a nice person, but I don't play. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Tiny Tank Top, who's still possessed with the MAGA demon, straight
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Save yourself, all right? Save yourself. You don't got to worry about trying to help me get into heaven, all right? You're the one that's you're in a very, very bad situation because you truly need to repent. A lot of y'all need to repent because you got the spirit of unaliving in your hearts. You sit there and you watch Donald Trump and his Secretary of War Crimes, Pete Kegsbreath, who has an addiction issue. And you sit there and you just allow him to get away with unaliving innocent people, and you don't say anything, and you want to check on Big Zeus? Absolutely not. W Zeus. Anybody else that supports Donald Trump, send me a guest request, all right? I'll bring you right on up here. All right, I gave him a chance. He was very civil the other day when I interacted with him, especially because we're looking for our good friend, brother attacking. Bringing up the next panelist. If you've accidentally sent a guest request, you might want to double check. Sometimes you're tapping. Sometimes you could be tapping, and then you might be in my guest request. Just double check because you might be in here accidentally. If you are in here accidentally, please hop on out so that I don't, waste a lot of time. Angel, good morning. Here we go again. Oh my gosh. Wow. Here we go again. Newsflash. Some of you may have actually accidentally sent a guest request to Big Zeus. Please double check. All right. You may have been tapping, and I get that. I like the tapping, but please double check, all right, that you did not accidentally send me a guest request. All right. Mike, welcome to the show, Mike. Mike.
Yeah, sorry, man. Didn't mean to hit that.
Gotcha. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. All right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I've done it before, but I mean, you gotta be paying attention, ladies and gentlemen. You might be in my guest request and you don't know it. Good morning, me. Welcome. Me, are you there? Wow. Oh wow. 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 How did this happen? How does this happen, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously, how does this happen? Let's see. Erwin, how much you wanna? We should just do a bet, right? What do you think this is an accident? What are the probability you think this is an accident? All right, Erwin. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, Erwin. All right, we're gonna keep moving it along. I mean, how does this happen on TikTok so much? Okay, we're gonna move it along. Tony, let's see if this is a real situation. Tony, good morning. Hey, Tony. Tony. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? How about this? Let me see something. Boom. Did I just clear the guest request? Did I? No, I didn't. I thought I cleared it. No, never mind. I thought I did. Never mind. Okay. How about this? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. All right. All right. All right. We'll open it back up, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to clear this thing. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we're sitting here interacting and asking folks to come up here. I have a guest request full of folks who are accidentally. I would imagine you're tapping and you don't know you're sending me a guest request. Make sure you double check, ladies and gentlemen, that you didn't accidentally tap the screen and send me a guest request. Izzy, good morning. I've never seen anything like this, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Mo, good morning. Mo, are you there?
Who?
Mo.
Hey, Zeus. No, I'm sorry, man. I accidentally did it. Punched on the button, but I will say this, man. I watch you every morning. You're a great caster. I really appreciate what you're doing. Keep doing what you do. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's our good friend Mo. Wow. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I've never. I mean, is this what TikTok has turned into? All right, moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Moving along. All right. Let me move on to All right, Chrissy. Good morning, Chrissy. How are you?
Hey, Zeus. I'm hanging in there. How are
Okay,
you?
you accidentally sent a request, or did you intentionally send a
I intentionally did it.
Okay. Well, welcome
Because
back.
I thank you because you've had me on one other time before, and I thanked you for everything that you did. I told you that
You're in
I
Oklahoma,
live.
right?
Yeah, thank you for remembering. Yeah.
Thank you. How's it going?
Hard. I mean, it is so. I am so physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausted with this Trump administration and it just a tidal wave and wave after wave after wave after wave of getting hit with all this trauma and drama, and the people that you know out here, you know, are supporting it because it's such a red state and it's hard to find your blue buddies. So you'll like this story. The other day, I ran into some old neighbors from like 15 years ago, and they were like, "Oh, how you been? Come here and give me a hug." And her husband was standing there. And I looked at her and I said, "You want me to give him a Erica Kirk hug? Or I just am glad to see you hug?" And they slowly backed away. And they were like, "Oh, so you're part of the lunatic left?" And I said, "Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not afraid to say it. I will stand up and say
Thank
it
you.
proud."
I'm so proud of you for standing up for righteousness. All right, you really got to do that out here. I mean, it's necessary in order to actually stand up and resist this MAGA demon. So you're doing an outstanding job. Now,
Well, I need, if there are other people in Oklahoma and you're a blue dot, please let me know, because it feels like I am on an island here in the reddest state in the country. And these people can get just, they're hateful. And like my little town I live in, there's all these massive churches, and they're some of the hatefulest, meanest people I have ever met in my life.
do you happen to attend any of those churches? Or
No,
know people?
no.
Do you know people who attend those churches?
No of them, but know them personally. No, no, no.
Well, this is because one of my angles, and this is why I do it. I stay on them about their so-called religion. A lot of the Trump voters out here profess to be godly, and these people are some of the most wicked people. And I'm telling them they really do need to get out of those churches today. All right. And
Oh
so
yeah, I can tell you stories of some of them that have been around me that have criminal records longer than I am tall.
Nasty.
Yes.
Nasty.
And yes, and the cases of SA abuse with kids in the school systems while they're in school in Oklahoma would make you sick.
Wow.
And then they just went, oh, it was yesterday, what'd they say? Trying to mess up the voting stuff out here in Oklahoma. They will no longer, even though the Democrats had voted, the independents could vote in their primaries.
Yeah.
Oh, Oklahoma said, no, we ain't having none of that.
Now listen, Chrissy, I gotta move it on because there's some information that I'm gonna have to address out here. But as always, it's a pleasure to check in with you. All right, and you keep doing the wonderful work you're doing out there. All right.
Well, thank you, and you keep doing what you're doing. I love you.
I will.
Love you.
Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. To my good friend, Chrissy. All right, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. See, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And I gotta say W to the chat because I see what you're putting out. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Is DJ here? That was my question. DJ, are you here? I need you to identify yourself in the comments section because there's some breaking news. I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm very, very disturbed about this breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see something. All right, there's some breaking news. No, I'm toggling in and out, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. This is the breaking news. And I'm gonna read this. Democrats on the House oversight. This is what it says. New photos released from Epstein's estate shows Trump, Bannon, and Bill Clinton and other high-profile people. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate Friday showing many powerful figures in the late traffickers orbit, including President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and others. Many of them have been previously linked to Epstein, though the photos may shed new light on the extent of those relationships. There's 19 images, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, DJ, I want to ask DJ to step forward. That's Donald Trump right there. Never knew him. Remember that? Remember this?
Sure. If could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
It is a desecration. No Obama. No Obama. No Joe Biden. W Scorpion. Thank you so much. Hey DJ, remember you told me if there's evidence, you're done with him. Remember that? All you Trump voters, if there's evidence, you're done with him. Isn't it interesting? To the Trump voters, every time the Democrats go into the vault and publish information, this man always appears. This guy right here, Donald Trump, he always is in every batch that's been released. And y'all still holding on to this man. Because you believe there's going to be a magical place in this timeline where you can hop off and totally be absolved for supporting him. And I'm here to let every single Trump voter out there understand this. That place, we've already reached it. You should have hopped off when Pam Bondi lied and said there's nothing to investigate. That was your opportunity to hop off. If you're still on the Trump train right now, then guess what? You're going to go down in flames with it. W. Zeus. Yeah. I'm really looking for DJ because DJ, he owes the entire TikTok community a huge apology. Good morning, Brother Santana. How are you doing?
Good morning. Listen, I was in the request before I started reading this. Like I know it had just popped across my screen, and I was grabbing my coffee, and so I'm like reacting to this in real time as well.
Speak on it.
Wow.
What do you think about this? Is this helping them? Is this helping Trump not look innocent?
Yeah, no. So listen, Zeus, the thing that we can agree on, right? This is the thing that, the people on the left don't have the issue with. We can condemn whoever is connected with the Epstein files, right? We can condemn whether it's Bill Clinton. You called it out. There's no Obama. There's no Biden. But if they would have been there, we would have condemned them.
True.
But like still literally reading through this part that I just saw, and again, it caught my attention. It said, there's another photo of the Trent showing pictures of Trump condoms being sold for $4.50 each, branded with the words, "I'm huge." Like, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. I'm still reading through the article, but it's a lot, Zeus. It's a lot.
Wow. W. Santana. See, this is real work getting done, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. So you don't think there's any coming back from this? Because I see the news, it's just flashing. That's why all these alerts are going off, and I'm going, why are all of these alerts going off? And this is coming from the Democrats, right? The Democrats have been the one pushing and releasing this, not the Republicans, right? Is that right?
No, that's absolutely right. And so Robert Garcia of California, he put out the statement, and I think he said a couple of different things. He said it's time to end the White House cover-up and bring justice to the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and his powerful friends. And then he followed it up with saying, these disturbing photos raise even more questions about Epstein and his relationships with some of the most powerful men in the world. We will not rest until Americans get the truth. The Department of Justice must release all the files now. Yeah. Zeus, they're on their necks. They're on their necks and they're not letting up.
Wow. Let's go. Let's go. So MAGA is the party of P3DOs. All this time, they've been trying to throw it on the Democrats and Obama. And what do you know? Could you imagine, Santana? What do you think they feel ashamed of themselves knowing that they voted for a person that looks, they say if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. They say that. They always say that to me. How do you think they're going to feel knowing that for the rest of their lives, they've done what they've done? They've put a person in there who clearly was a convicted felon. He was an adjudicated rapist. He had been impeached 2 times. And now they're learning the thing he doesn't want them to know, that he was a lot closer to Epstein than he ever told them. How do you think that's going to make them feel? Could they live with themselves, you think?
Yeah, well, Zeus, so let's not pretend that the people that support Donald Trump live in reality, right? So there's a huge difference between people who actually have remorse and they feel like they genuinely think they were doing the right thing. But these people, believed Donald Trump when he said that he was going to get rid of taxes. They believed Donald Trump when he said that he was going to give them $1 gas. They believed Donald Trump when he said that he was going to give them, $2 eggs, right? And he didn't deliver any of that. And so since he didn't deliver those things, Zeus, they had to move on to the next thing. They had to pivot. They had to change. They had to twist. One of the most stressful things in this world must be being a Trump supporter, because at any single moment, you have to be willing to pivot and change your position. Doesn't matter what the position is. You have to be willing to change it, because depending on what Donald Trump says out of his mouth, you have to defend that position. So with that being said, Zeus, even after Trump, right, this is what I've called out. We can't allow these people just to take those red hats off and pretend like it was never done. They have to wear that like a scarlet letter. We have to always remember those people. 2 of the worst things that we didn't do in the history of our country is, 1, we didn't actually prosecute and convict the people from the Confederacy when the Civil War was over, and we didn't do the same for the people that stormed the Capitol for January the 6th. We have a history of letting the people that do harmful stuff within our country get away, and we can't do it with MAGA.
Yeah. W Santana, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is what I like to hear, ladies and gentlemen. I want honest accountability and transparency. And what Santana is saying is so true. I truly do believe this, Santana, that there's going to be a point after all of this comes out, right? There's going to be a bunch of folks saying, I never voted for Donald Trump. I never did that. Because you think so? Because they're already starting to do it. I don't know. Are you experiencing it on your platform where they don't even want to come up and debate anymore?
Yeah, well, it's like sometimes you have to give it to them raw in order for them to even be willing to engage. And a lot of the ones that do come up and engage, it's about their ego, right? It's about their pride. It's never about them standing on what they truly believe, because Zeus, you've heard it. They'll come up and say, well, I don't agree with everything that he's doing. I'm not, MAGA. I don't support everything. Do you support everything that, that Biden did? They love to do that. And then they move away from it and try to say, well, he could be better on this, or I don't like his character, but it's this, it's that, it's this. And they try to justify what they believe. But now, even more so, you've seen like the new movement, right? The new movement in the right, where it's America first or whatever. They're starting to splinter off, and they're starting to say, "Oh, Trump isn't enough. Trump doesn't care about Americans. We're not Trump supporters." But they voted for him, and so they're trying to get away from it, Zeus.
Yeah, they're trying to get away with it, and you know what? I appreciate you, brother, because W. Santana, you're not letting them get away with it. You're holding them accountable, just like Big Zeus is, and we understand that. Unfortunately, a hard head makes for a soft. You know what? A soft behind, ladies and gentlemen. This is my brother Santana, and you made a special appearance. I gotta say thank you, because you normally, but. we need to continue this. Hopefully hear some other people. And if there's a person named John that wants to come up here, I might have to bring you back, Brother Santana, because he's hurting right now. You hurt his feelings when you were starting to tell the truth about his daddy. Any last words for John, the demon John?
Listen, I might tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie. John, the truth hurts, and life is hard, so get a helmet. That's all I got.
Hey! W. Santana!
I appreciate you, bro.
All right, I appreciate you too, bro. No! Look at that, show him some love, ladies and gentlemen. Right here came out of the woodworks. Breaking news time. You know what we do over here on the King, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Do we have any Trump voters? Number one, I want to open it up. I want true repentance this morning. This is guilty. This is guilty. You can't escape this, MAGA. Guilty. I want true, unadulterated repentance this morning. And somebody, where's DJ? I want my, Lion Lou, DJ. I'm a very patient person. I'll let you get off on the show, but I won't forget what you owe. I won't forget what you owe. Let me go ahead and see if I can find the DJ. I'm gonna send. Okay. Oh, hold on. Zeus, please let bygones be bygones. Oh no, you owe me. DJ owes the entire kingdom an apology because from his mouth he said, "If there's evidence, then I'm done with him." Here we go. Good morning,
hey, good morning, Zeus. How's everybody in the kingdom?
We're doing all right.
So I gotta give a shout out to Santana. Santana, he literally hit the ultimate bullseye this morning. We, as the United States, we did not hold people accountable. That is the reason why we are here today. The biggest account would be for the Confederacy. He is absolutely correct. The fact that the North won the Civil War and we still praise those generals by giving them the names on schools, giving them statues, giving them names on military bases, that is abhorrent. So did we fight a civil war just to tell the losers, oh, it's okay? You just made a mistake?
No.
He is absolutely correct. And this is why, MAGA, we say that we cannot kumbaya. This is no coming together. That's why I'm always suspect of people who are so-called liberals, who are so-called on the right side of the history, want to get up in these boxes and tell us we need to give grace. We need to open up the door and give forgiveness. The devil is a lie. There's no forgiveness for what they've done to this country. There's no forgiveness for the 400 years of slavery. There's no forgiveness of the anti-democracy people that we're seeing right now. There's no forgiveness for that. We cannot continue letting these people get away with insurrection, anti-democracy, giving people death sentences for just trying to exist. We cannot continue let them getting away with it. Santana, brother, you are 100% correct. But I don't have much time, but I have a confession to make, Zeus. And this is really hard when you have to look at the man in the mirror and own your faults and do it in front of over 1,000 people. It's very humbling. I respect you, my brother, but I have been lying to everyone. I've been lying.
About what? Because a lot of people lie about things, and I know one thing you've been lying about. I know it.
Well, this is let me get through this, Zeus, because I'm being serious right now. Let me get through this. As you all saw yesterday, I have been labeled as a terrorist organization, and I've been found out. And I am Antifa, and I have to admit I am a terrorist organization. I am. The headquarters, Mr. Thomas was asking the FBI, I'm going to confess The headquarters are here at my house, at my home. I have a list of all the members. If you want to subpoena me in front of Congress, I won't show you my list, but I'll just tell you I have a list. You know, kind of like the E-list, the E-files. I have one of my own. I have a lot of people, a lot of prominent people on this list, and I will only give it to you if you promise me immunity, and if you promise me that you will not hold me responsible or accountable. You know, like the Jan 6 people, and like the Civil War people who took part of the Civil War. That's the only way I'll give you this list.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes. Yes.
Are you also black? Oh, you're black too?
Well, I have to answer it this way.
No, seriously.
Only on certain days.
That could upgrade the charges.
Well,
careful now, Nutty.
Well, only on certain days, because you know, only when I want the forgiveness of white people, then I'm not black.
Oh.
But because you know they told Kamala she wasn't black, so you know I'm like Kamala. I'm just black when I choose to be black, I guess.
Yeah.
To hell with what
you're doing.
Yeah, to hell with what my skin. To hell to what my skin looks like. You know,
they're going to upgrade the charges against you, Mr. Antifa headquarters.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
So,
and you're willing to take on the full weight of that.
Well, it's not taking on the full weight, because I said I'll give them my list only if I can get a promise that I won't be prosecuted and that I can get away with it, like Jan 6.
Well, listen, I was thinking you might be, but when you threw that last part in about you being a black man in America with this condition, I can't guarantee you that you won't be prosecuted, Nutty. And I'm just going to be honest. You're my brother, and I got to be straight up with you, but I'm glad you're willing to take accountability and finally live your truth. And we'll help you do whatever you need to do. We will. All right. Anyone want to go to jail with Nutty this morning? Just follow him. He'll take you there.
I'm just trying to, you know, live out Dame's fantasy and all the blagger fantasies that, you know, we're equal to everyone else. That's all. I want to believe that. I want to believe it, but we know it's not true. But let me stop playing. Let me stop playing.
No.
Let me stop playing. But big ups to Benny Thomas. Did you happen to watch that clip?
Yeah, I did. I watched him. He totally humiliated the Donald Trump right there, his administration, because there's no information about Antifa.
The fact that he did not allow him to get away with it. I wish the reporters would start doing this to Donald Trump. He was like, no. Where are they located? Who are the names? Give us names. And then he trolled him. He's like, now I know you wouldn't come here and tell us something that you can't prove, but you did. That was the best closing. That was the best closing ever. Y'all need to go watch the clip of Congressman Benny Thomas from Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. Holding these people accountable. Because this nonsense, this mess, it must stop. Thank you for letting me up, Zeus. You have a wonderful day, my brother.
You're welcome too, Mr. Headquarters Antifa, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and give Nutty a huge. Someone said that we are jealous. Come on up here. W's in the chat for Nutty. Hey, why? Hold on. If you're a Trump voter, you can send me a guest request. And what I'll do is I'll give you 1 minute to make your case uninterrupted, a solid. And people say that's a long time. They say give them only 30 seconds. If you're good, I'll give you the full minute, as long as it's clean, unadulterated belief. All right. But if it gets into some of the nasty things that could get the live taken down, then I'll stop it immediately. But listen, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. A lot of people want to know. I said DJ, if you're here. I sent you an invite because you told me if there was evidence that Donald Trump was hanging out with Epstein, that you're done with him. And we have the evidence today. This is evidence. This is guilt. You ever heard of the term guilt by association? This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. And I haven't even, there's other photos. There's other photos, ladies and gentlemen. And what I just heard from Santana about the, we can't have that. I want full-throated apologies. W, Zeus. I want DJ because what I want, yeah, you're right. I want DJ, and I have to say it to him because he's like a brother now, and I know him a little bit. We sometimes spar. I want him to come up here and tell all of us why it's acceptable for Donald Trump to be in this photo. I just want to hear that. I just can't. My mind goes to me. There's nothing that's going to make this acceptable. But I want to hear what DJ has to say. So anyway, if you know who DJ is, send this man a guest request. All right, I'll bring him right on up here. All right, we'll get him in here and we'll hear him out. Someone said Janae, come on up here. I'll let you say what you need to say before I send you to hell. Good morning, Val. How are you doing?
This story is insane.
Oh, there's more to it? You got more?
Yeah, I don't really have any more. I mean, I'm reading through it just like y'all are right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really have any more. But the more I read, the crazier this story gets. It's insane. And this is, I got to the condoms parts about the time Santana mentioned it.
Yeah. I see them. $4.50. This is huge with his face on it.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely nuts. One thing I wanted to run though, because it was something I kind of caught this morning, and I really wasn't expecting to catch it. Can you scroll through the pictures of Caroline Leavitt, CK, and the last woman you had up which I'm guessing was Melania?
Let's see. So you want Caroline Leavitt right here,
right? Now go to CK. Yeah. Now pay attention to that face, guys. Go to CK's wife.
What's her name? Erica. All right, let's
Erica, yeah.
Kirk right here. If they're right there.
Okay, yeah. Pay attention to that face, guys. Now go to Melania. You had Melania up last, right?
Yeah. I got Melania right there.
You ever heard the song "She's Got a Look"?
Yeah. W, Val. Do they sell this face somewhere? I mean, how do you get
right? I mean, is this a mask that you can actually just go buy somewhere? I am actually curious at this point. I want to know where this comes from.
They all look the same. They all look like they eat Cheetos. If you want to be honest,
right?
Look at Tiny Tank Top Sims. She's a beautiful woman. Knock it off. This is somebody that's obviously wearing a lot of makeup. Tiny Tank Top Tom, please.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if you don't see it. I don't know what to tell you, but until Zeus actually kind of put them up by, back to back to back, because we don't usually see them like that, right? So
yeah,
back to back to back. I was like, is that the same person?
Wow.
It's eerie, right? So, but no, it makes it funny to me. But no, with everything that's going on today, the affordability argument that that he went on tour for and did Tuesday, I don't want nobody to forget about that. This is a man that ran on his campaign and said no less than 100 times on his campaign that he wants to make America affordable.
He did.
Okay. We need to make groceries affordable. Everybody remember those statements? He did that the entire time. So when y'all talk about that, it's the Democrats that brought up the affordability argument. No, I think you better think about that and try again. It was Donald J. Trump that said that. And he started at that table in front of his house in Mar-a-Lago with all the different groceries on it. Okay. That's where that statement first came out. And for him to call it a hoax, well, was it his hoax? You know what I'm saying? Was it his hoax then? Because he's the one that first started talking about it. Yeah. Well, here's another problem. Is everybody that's walking out there right now that's going, hey, my groceries are more money? Are they thinking it's a hoax?
Not me. Not me.
No, they're not.
What it is.
No, they're not. And you know, it gets even worse. Handling of economic issues. Yesterday, new poll. 31%.
Wow.
31%. I want to make sure you understand that's a national low. National low.
Wow.
Handling of overseas affairs, foreign affairs. 28%.
Wow. Really?
Overall, 32%.
Wow.
Guys, this is a low that I can tell you in my 60 years, I've never seen. Wow. Ever. I don't recall anybody being in the low 30s ever. I remember when it used to be, I remember when it used to be bad to be in the 40s.
Do you think that Donald Trump should be impeached, Val? Let's just get straight to it. With numbers like this, do you think he should be impeached?
I heard a funny statement from Psaki yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And she made a statement, and it just struck home with me. And she was talking about the Senate hearings that were going on. You're not Senate, but the House hearings or House talks that were going on yesterday about impeachment and stuff like that. And she goes, at this point, they could just throw a dart at the wall and hit something he could be impeached for. Wow. Think about that, guys. You don't even have to think that hard. You know, let's talk about the boats. You know, there's one. You know, let's talk about subverting the Fourth and Fifth Amendment. There's one. Let's talk about lying to the American public.
Wow.
Okay?
All the time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. These things are, I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Let's talk about the Hatch Act. Let's talk about you know what I'm saying? There's one. That's a big one.
You hear this, Tiny Tank Top?
Okay.
We're giving you all the reasons that we can think of. It's a freestyle. We're just thinking of the reasons that he should be impeached.
Or how about the Emoluments Clause? You know what I'm saying? The Emoluments Clause alone, just that one, would have gotten any president kicked to the curb prior to 2017. Any president would have gotten absolutely kicked to the curb by Congress. Wouldn't have mattered what Congress was made up of. Wouldn't have mattered if it was mainly Democrats or mainly Republicans. That would have got it done. Yep. Grifting and making money as the president of the United States off the back of the American citizens, to me, is one of the worst crimes you could commit against this country.
Bingo.
Using that office to grift should be enough for anybody.
Tell them, Val. You're saying there's several reasons in your with your opinion, that Donald Trump should be impeached and done away with, because the threshold is just high crimes and misdemeanors, as I understand it, and I think we got a lot of that. I think there's an abundance.
I think we're dealing. You know, it's not just Trump, right? You know what I'm saying? We've got to make this clear. Okay, we've got to make this. Yeah, it's not just Trump.
We need to have one of these days. We need to have Judgment Day in the United States of America, and just one by one start the impeachment proceedings on all of them. Right, Trump.
Right.
We'll save Trump for last, right? But we'll start small and work our way up to the big dog with Donald Trump. All right. We're gonna get the ICE agents out here who are running around here terrorizing citizens because they know better. Even
that's another one.
Yeah. Get
that's another one. There, you just threw another dart.
Yeah. See. Yeah. what, Secretary of War Crimes. I mean, when your name is literally Secretary of War Crimes, you gotta go.
Right.
I don't care how many pull-ups you can do.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not just Trump, right? I want everybody to remember something, and I'll bring this up because they say we never talk about our side, right? let's put it this way. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that y'all have been right the whole time about Joe Biden and Sleepy Joe and everything that you talk about them. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, okay, that you're right about that. Joe Biden wasn't running the government, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. I know it's BS, but you know what? Let's just say you're right.
You got my mind, but go. I'll
Yeah.
go down this path with you,
Yeah,
Val. But I'm
let's just say you're right. So how did we get so much done in a 4-year period to actually help this country move out of a horrible situation it was in after the pandemic? How did we manage that? So let's say Biden wasn't, you know what I'm saying, as lucid as he should have been. But let's look at how we still got things done. Would that mean that the administration behind him was actually doing the jobs that they were supposed to do to make sure that this country moved forward? Is that what that actually meant? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's move to current day.
Go ahead. Walk the dog. Walk these dogs.
Is there a person in a single spot in this administration that could actually do their job efficiently enough if something happened to the president, vice president, and speaker of the House, that this country could still be moving forward? You need to ask yourself that question. And I will tell you right now, there is no way. We would crash and burn so fast because this administration is so inept.
Yeah.
These are the things. The reason Donald Trump didn't fail as bad as he really did in his first term is because his administration actually had some people in it that knew what they were doing. So even with everything that he was trying to put forward in his first administration, there was people that would actually look him dead square in the face and go, no, you cannot do this.
Facts. No lies detected. Val has not lied one time. Mike Pence, honestly, as much as I don't like him, I do see the difference. I'll say that.
Mike
see a
Pence,
huge difference.
Yeah. Mike Pence, overly religious, everything, we tend to hate in candidates as Democrats because he wants to try to push a religious message, you know what I'm saying, in a country that's not, as much as y'all like to say it is, not founded on religion, sorry. Yeah. Okay? So, as much as he does, he hate that, but he believed in the Constitution. And when it came down to an actual constitutional argument on January 6th, he sided on the Constitution and the oath that he took.
True. No lies detected. Thank you, Val. I'm picking my battles, and I'm like that. I'm with you 100%. I'll deal with Mike Pence. I could do Mike Pence for 4 years, but what we got happening right now, I just sit back and I go, wow, Mike Pence must have really kept that administration from going off the rails, because I think he also understood he didn't want to be prosecuted for war crimes either. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you had a lot of them. I mean, the military. Do you think General Kelly would have let anything into this like this go on? No, he'd have told Trump no. You think Milley would have let anything like this go on? Well, we already know the answer to that. No, Mr. President, you can't do that to those people out there protesting. That can't happen. Everybody forget about that?
I don't forget about it, but you're right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? These are the things that, you know what I'm saying? These are the things people tend to forget. And this man has always been who he is. He will always be who he is. He believes he's above the law, you, and anybody else that stands in his way. And right, and that's where we have to come together and stop, and say, nope, enough's enough. And right now, Americans are doing it.
Yeah.
35-year-old seat in Florida. 35-year-old Republican seat in Florida. A mayorship. What
happened there?
Yeah, a Democrat won it.
Thank you.
And it wasn't a 2-point win, right?
Oh, landslide.
It was an actual beating by today's standards.
Yeah, landslide victory. W to the Democrat. And I actually got to say this. to all the Latinos who are now voting with the Democrats, I'm glad you woke up because I was a little concerned, to be honest, but they're doing the right thing, Val, coming to their senses and understanding that, yeah, America has a dark past when it comes to racism, and you should have listened to us when we told you, all right, W? Because you got to listen to us. We know danger in this country. You got to understand that. A lot of us who've been here, we're true to the soil. We know what danger looks like in America. And it was so glaringly obvious that, like you just said, Val, that he was surrounded by a bunch of incompetent people. There's no way a person who was competent after Donald Trump's first administration would work with him. So the only people he could get to work for him in his administration now are, like you just said, Val, the most incompetent, reckless, dangerous people.
He wanted yes men. He wanted people out of Turning Point USA. He wanted people out of the Heritage Foundation, which have their own agenda. See, y'all people said y'all spent all of 2024 calling Project 2025 false, fake.
Oh.
You spent an entire year saying that it was absolutely fake. And then watch a convention from the RNC completely sponsored by the Heritage Foundation.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Grindr.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Go ahead, Val.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say they were sponsored by Grindr.
They definitely should have been a title sponsor, but
because we know what happened. They shut Grindr down with RNC. We know this.
Well, they broke it. They didn't really shut it down. They broke it.
And oh my God, Val, that's crazy. But you're totally right. My goodness. I mean, their sins are being exposed, and we're gonna pray for them. All right, Val.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move it on. All right, my good friend.
All right,
if
buddy.
I could get John to come up here or DJ, because I know DJ owes you and me. And actually several others, Jim too, an apology.
Yeah. Oh yeah, an absolute apology.
So if we get him up here, I'm going to invite you back up if you're still here, because I want to I want you to be able to bask in the glory as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
Val. No. Live.
Thank
you
you,
too,
everyone.
Jim. Yeah, he owes you an apology too. Jim. Yeah. Hey, DJ, I'm inviting you to my show. All the other times you send me a request, and against what the audience says, and they beat me up. Zeus, don't bring DJ up. I bring you up here, and I let you just totally almost get away with desecrating the kingdom, and then I send you to hell. Now here's the one time I need DJ, and I need all of his kind. I'm not gonna. Zeus, don't do it. Zeus, don't do it. No. Zeus, don't, please. Please, Zeus, don't do it. All right, hold on. Who do we? Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Where is it at? Oh, Brandon, you too. Wow. Everything's timing out over here, ladies and gentlemen. DJ's gone underground. All right, I'll bring up Takesha. Hey, Takesha, how are you doing? Hi, Takesha. There you go, DJ. I want DJ to see this. Hey, Takesha, how you doing?
Listen, Zeus, I need you to slide to the left just a little bit. Okay, because you got to make room for that goal post when DJ finally come to the box.
That's funny! Hey, you came up here with
you know they going to move it. You know he going to move it, Zeus, so you just got to make room for it when he move it.
Oh, Lord, hey. You think DJ and anybody else would actually come up here and embarrass themselves and make an excuse for this, Takesha?
Man, you gonna have to move to South Central LA for how far they finna move that goalpost, Zeus. Listen, they don't care about no. We can't see the faces of those ladies. Those ladies are probably grown, and we don't know if they're young or not, Zeus. We don't know if this really Epstein's place or not, Zeus. We don't know, Zeus. You're just going about what you see, Zeus. Until they give me positive proof, Zeus, I'm not going to believe. I'm sorry, Zeus. I just don't believe anything that the media puts out. So much AI going on these days, Zeus. They probably put those women in that picture with them from the AI, Zeus.
But what about it says I'm huge rubbers. You know what those are. You know what rubbers are, right?
That's not Trump, Zeus. You know what Stormy said about him. There's nothing huge about him, Zeus.
Okay, so
Those
you
aren't
want
his
to play?
condoms.
You want to play? You want to play? I see what we got to do. I gotta show it to you in order to make you a believer. All right, W. Kabira. I gotta show. So this is what we do, ladies. No. I got what you need.
Zeus.
Okay,
Stormy said Trump had nothing. Why would he make condoms he can't use, Zeus?
Oh, okay. I got you. Don't worry. Let me ask you. I want you to tell me if this is fake news or not. All right. I mean, because we don't lie around here. We tell the truth and we shame the devil. All right. So let me go ahead, Mr. MAGA. Because listen, I know people like to make excuses for Donald Trump, but I just want to know how far y'all go. I want to know how far they'll go. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on one quick second. Let me get this for you. Let me go ahead and get. I know what you need.
Zeus.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you need. Go ahead, explain this.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus.
No, don't worry. Where two or three are gathered, so is he. Remember that?
Zeus. If you're not going to show me a picture of the pinky finger of a latex glove, that's not Trump's condom.
Oh, no. Actually, I got more evidence that it is. If TikTok would stop acting up. Oh, look at that. We might have something. There we go. Right there. Isn't that Trump's face?
Is that Trump?
50 cents.
Is that Trump's signature?
50 cents.
Is Trump's signature on there, Zeus? Did he sign the condom, Zeus? That's not his, Zeus. There's no way President Trump did. Listen, there's no signature. There's only some picture. This is AI, Zeus.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You're as worse as Antifa, Zeus. That criminal organization. You're worse than that, Zeus. And let me say this, Zeus. Even though, listen, Zeus.
No.
Zeus, listen.
See, the devil's using you. I get it.
Zeus, listen, Zeus. Zeus, listen. We're happy that the Senate, turned down the subsidies for the extension, but it doesn't matter that we're paying for them to have free health care through our taxes, Zeus. That don't even matter, Zeus. Just because they don't want us to have subsidies, so what, Zeus? But as long as we keep giving them our tax dollars to pay for their insurance and, they're getting free lunch money, Zeus, because they don't like handouts unless it's for them, Zeus. Hey, we're all on board,
about immigration. So we didn't talk about immigration and we didn't talk about health care, but I wasn't bringing any of that up. I just wanted you
I'm deflecting, Zeus.
Yeah, I know.
I'm deflecting, Zeus.
And so guess what? I'm not buying what you're selling, and I'm just going to ask you, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat.
Well, I tell you what, Zeus.
Wow.
I tell you what, buddy. This is going to be my last day on your show. I'll never come back. I'll never get in your box again, Zeus.
Hey. Woo! You got my side hurting over here.
I can't with you, Zeus. I'm finna go. Goodbye, Zeus.
W to Keisha. W, Rick. Wow, I'm a rocker. I can't. Now, he ain't been back to the show. And you know how many people I make say that to me? I go, no, do not block them at all. It's always more enjoyable. Because if I block them, they'll come back with multiple accounts. It's always enjoyable when I get them to get to that point where they go, I thought you were different, Zeus. I thought you were a lot nicer. I'm never, ever coming back. And then they disappear, all right? So that's a huge W for Big Zeus. You make them, you got to make them surrender and give up the ghost. And that's what we do on this show, and you all help make it happen. Yeah. Any Trump voters want to come up here before I move on to the next guest and keep the echo chamber booming? I'll keep the echo chamber booming. All right, you know what they call me? Besides the Rizzler, Zeus, and Triple H, they call me Mr. Echo Chamber. All right, I'll keep it booming. All right. If you're a Trump voter, I just need you to come up here and give me a solid answer as to why it's acceptable for Donald Trump to be doing this. Alter ego. Is this okay, alter ego? Because you see things differently. And thank you, Rick. Alter ego. Is this okay? Is this okay in your world, alter ego? These rubbers? I'm gonna ask somebody. Is anyone thinking it's okay for these rubbers to be? I'm looking at an audience. No one thinks it's acceptable. Interesting. You got the evidence. The man's clearly the man's send DNC money to Zeus via Cash App or PayPal. CC. Now that's unkind, CC. I'm a free thinker. I don't need the DNC. The DNC needs me. All right. You got it all. Y'all got it twisted out here. I'm the Rizzler. They got to come to me to get the Riz. All right. I'm the one that's giving them what they need in terms of the talking points because they listen to the show and they go, yeah, what Zeus is saying, hate, can't hate the person. You can't hate the message. What he's doing is he's framing what's happening in a unique way that is inspiring people to wake up and come out of the cult. Yeah, because he sees it for what it is, and he's fearless, he's relentless, he's also honest, humble, and handsome. And you know that, Cece, because you've never seen anything like this in your life. I can tell. That's why they keep coming back and they go, "Oh my God, Zeus, you are so amazing! Oh my God!" And I do this because I'm true to this. Good morning, Erica. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning, Zeus. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Just another day in the kingdom. Wild show.
Hey, so
You're
I
okay?
came here. Oh, I'm good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like living the dream. Now, I came
Thank
here
you.
because I've been in and out and I've been listening. I know you've been asking for Trump supporters, but they're afraid to come to our spaces now. You know that, right? They don't have much to defend, so they like to be in their echo chambers.
The safe
Mm,
spaces with blankets
yeah,
and pacifiers and tissue.
yes, yes,
What's
yes, and their snacks
wow.
and their juicy juices before bedtime.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. It's so
Yeah.
sad to see them do this because remember they used to have the mandate, right? Oh, they're out of talking points.
Yes, they are out of talking points. That is definitely it
Wow.
right there. They are out of talking points. And
Wow.
so, with that, I have a proposition for you. All
Let's
right.
go.
I do this thing. It's really fun. I use Studio to do it, but I do this thing called MAGA hunting. You know Hector?
Hector
You know
talks.
Hector?
I know
Yeah.
him, yeah.
Yeah, Hector came up with this awesome idea to do MAGA hunting. So we stream it from our platforms and we go to theirs on our backups. Yeah, so I was thinking that maybe one evening, all right, the man himself, Triple H, could join me for some MAGA hunting.
Yeah. You need good bait. All right, and I'll just say this from an
Yes.
experienced person. You need good bait in order to catch whatever you're trying to hunt. And some of the best bait out there is just have your Bible and a cross on. All right, they love that because there's some fake
Some holy
Christians.
water.
Yeah, don't
And
use
some
real holy water. Put baby oil in it. You know what I'm
put
talking
baby
about because
oil.
you know what that baby oil do. Look at
Yeah,
DDW
they love
Erica.
baby oil. They love baby oil. You know what? With these the rubbers, as y'all are calling them, I feel so odd saying that, but with
No.
those, I really want to know what year this photo was taken. I really
Mm.
want to know because
Mm.
I've been searching and I keep getting undated, but I
Mm.
know it had to be the early 2000s when they were still friends.
Mm.
Oh, I know it has to be
Rubber gate. Someone wrote rubber gate.
Rubbergate. But
What are you?
you know what, Zeus?
What's that?
You know what's crazy though is that like I know that you all were talking about accountability earlier, and it came to me. It was like just thinking about it. It's like do we really expect those in power who are committing the crimes to hold themselves accountable?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like until we have people who are within positions of power, so basically a Congress that is willing to abide by and do their actual job, which they swore to do, they took an oath to do, then we aren't going to have any accountability, especially for this administration. All right. So we literally have to get people in office who are willing to stand up to people like Donald Trump, to people like Pete Hegseth, to people like Mike Johnson and John Thorne. So I think that we need more Jasmine Crockett's,
Hey
is what we
man, I
need.
agree. I agree.
We need more Jasmine Crockett's to run for office, to get elected, to get on the darn gone Congress floor, the House, both chambers, the House and the Senate, and say, we will not stand for this. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think that she should make Trump her entire campaign, but we need more people like her who are not afraid to speak up and speak out against this monstrosity
Yeah.
that we're dealing with.
Amen. Amen. And you know what, Erica? I think that
What's that?
Jasmine Crockett, because we could help her, she has to
Mm-hmm.
come and start talking. And not just her. A lot of these folks on the Democrat Party, they need to come to platforms like yours. They need to come to platforms like mine, and really understand how deep the sickness really is, so that they'll know what to
Mm-hmm.
say when they're doing what they're doing. So, Jasmine Crockett, anyone knows her, tell her, Erica, myself, and all the other great content creators. They need to come and spend some time with us, because we're gonna straighten them out. We're gonna help you
Yeah.
understand what you need to be saying and when you need to be saying. Because these folks out here, you get deep into it. These folks are sick. These folks are sick, and
Yes.
they need truth, and you got to be able to
Yes.
deliver it on time and the right amount. All right.
Yes, exactly.
Great
And
idea.
Zeus,
Yes.
what it is literally it's the sunk cost fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy. I've been looking into it. I always give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Nemo, because we talked about this
Nemo.
like months ago. Yeah.
Okay. Break it
But
down for us, please.
so basically, it's when you've invested so much time, money, and effort into something. All right. I would say, like, on the low end of the sunk cost fallacy, is like that sweatshirt that you've had since college. It's
Mm.
maybe 3 sizes too small. It has some holes in it and a torn collar, but you
Yeah.
love it. You just can't give it up. On on the high end of it, it's like your marriage. You've invested so much into it, you
Oh.
can't let it go.
Oh.
So you have
Yeah.
that right there.
Yeah.
So there's that. But these people, right, with Trump supporters, with MAGA, Blaga, Hisplaga, these people, all right, they have invested so much into Donald Trump. All right, his personality, taking on his identity. They see themselves in him, or they see something in him that they lack, so they want to have it. So that's what they go after, and they've invested so much into him. They have the shirts, they've gone to the rallies, of course they casted their vote, they've argued with people, some of them have even given up familiar relationships and friendships, right, that
Yeah.
they just can't let it go. They put too much into it. And
Yeah.
so now that they have done that, what else do they have to lose? Might as well see it through. Gotta see
Yeah.
it through, my boy.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. Yep. You're right. W, Erica.
so that's it. So that's really all that it is to it, is that they have given so much of themselves to Donald Trump that no matter what he says, no matter how he lies, no matter how much he's actually ruining this country of ours, they can't let it go. They're going to support him to no end. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's something worse than loyalty at this point. But that's what we're dealing with, the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, they better figure it out, or they're going to get sunk. All right. And let
Oh
me ask you
yes.
one last question, though.
Yes,
How do
sir.
do you want to save any of the rats that may be scrambling and trying to get off the ship and jump into the water? How do you feel about saving them and possibly trying to rehabilitate these rats? Be honest. You're in a safe space, Erica.
I don't know, Zeus. I don't know. At
Safe
this
answer.
point,
Good
I'm
answer.
not. I'm not about saving them.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
So
not. I'm not about saving them. And the reason why I'm not
W.
about saving them
Thank
is
you.
because what I have found is, at the first sign of what they think is a win
Mm-hmm.
from this administration,
Yeah. Yeah.
they go
Yeah.
right back. to they
Ooh.
go right back to MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. They go right back to it. And
Yeah.
I can't deal with people who are wishy-washy, flip-floppy,
Thank you.
and don't know what it is that they
Thank
want.
you.
So yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
that's my stance on it.
You're spot on. These folks, they're like pigs. They love slop, and you know what? As soon as Donald Trump,
Yes.
as soon as he does something, arrest somebody that he think is in the country
Mm-hmm.
illegally, they're right back on his huge rubbers, so to
Yep.
speak. If you know what
Is
I'm
that
saying. All
it's
right.
really wild.
And we know
One
that's a
more thing
lie.
I would say is, oh, we know that's a lie. Stormy told us already.
Yeah, that's the
But one more
biggest
thing
lie
for
he's
me
ever
is that
told. That's the biggest lie he's ever told, ladies and gentlemen. Literally.
literally the biggest lie about the smallest thing. But with that being said,
Woo!
my focus is more so on the non-voter. All right, the person that didn't vote. Okay, what
Yeah.
can I do to help you understand, why you should be more so for progression rather than regression? What can I do? What can I say? So that's what it is for me. And also talking to the audience here, wherever I am, whatever space, and hoping that they learn something that they can look into that may change their minds. But these people that join the panels, they stuck in the sunk cost fallacy. All
Yeah,
right. They're in
I
the
agree.
sunken place.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
in the
Well,
sunken place.
well, you know what? I'm going to try to help you on that mission. Yeah, we do need to help the voters who aren't participating
Yeah.
understand the gravity of their inaction. All right, and so
Yes.
on that note, listen, Erica, I got to give it to you. All right, W's in the chat from my beautiful friend
Always a
Erica.
pleasure, Zeus.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
too. Wow, no lies detected.
Have a great day, guys.
All right, you too. All right. All righty then. Let's see. Who do we have next? Do we have any Trump voters? I just need one apology this morning for. I just need one of y'all to come on up here and own this. All right, MAGA. Could one of you Trump voters just come on up here and give us all what we want this morning? What do you want? We want you to explain this. Any Trump voters out there can explain this photo to Big Zeus. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, Rox Fox, definitely. If you want to start things off the right way, apologize, because a lot of y'all said if there was evidence, you would dump him, you would ditch him. It's over, and none of you have actually honored your word. You're not honorable people. You'll never be honored. You'll never be honorable. MAGA, can you say cowards? These people, it's embarrassing. That's why I say I've never been so ashamed to be from the United States of America in my life. I've never, ever, and I've traveled to a lot of beautiful places in the world. You hop up, you get off the airplane, you got your luggage, and your Riz is all the way at the top. Oh, you're from America? Yeah, I'm from. And they do so much to help you out when you're in other countries because you're from the United States. Where we're at right now. What a shame! What a shame! I don't even want to go. I don't even want to fly anymore because I'm like the issues going on domestically. It doesn't make me feel like I'm going to be in good hands if I go anywhere else. Like, oh no, they're not going to try to work with the Trump administration on anything. I can already tell you right now. Angus, I've been telling you that. Why are you still here? Why are you still here, Angus? It's so funny, Angus. You come in here, you take from the kingdom. You just take. And you don't give us anything back. I mean, selfish and self-centered. That's the best way to describe these MAGA demons, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. Let me move on. Let's see who we have right here. Let's see who I have right here. This won't take long. If my spidey senses are correct, this might be who I've been looking for. Captain America.
Yes, sir.
We meet again.
Well, you got something. I lost faith in Republicans, but I still don't have faith in Democrats. So I don't have faith in our government. Period. At the moment, our country is falling fast.
Well, number one, you and we've sparred a lot, and I gotta say, I'm actually proud that you're stepping in this direction, sir. I really am. How did you lose your faith? What made you lose your faith, if you don't mind?
Like I said, like what you said, if they show proof of this shit, I would come forward. I won't support him on that issue.
All right.
It is what it is, you know.
You're honorable. I give you that. Because you know if you step out of line like this, you're putting yourself out here. But I'm going to say it. It's only day one, and I can only imagine how difficult this must have been. But you're the first person that actually honored your word and came back up here. I got a lot of different things that I could say, but I'm going to hold back. All right? So that's a W for you. You got a W on my show. Thank you. I don't want to hold you up, because I know this is very difficult for you, but I'm going to move it on, all right? Unless there's something else.
Actually, it's not difficult. I'm still looking for somebody to stand up and actually lead this country. I just don't see anybody with any balls enough to do it. You know, everybody's so cowardly. They're afraid to stick their neck out to save this country.
So that's where I go, you know, you got to crawl before you walk, because you're going through something right now. But I'm going to encourage you to just keep your eyes open and keep listening, because there are people out here, and you might be surprised where those people are, but they're out here doing exactly what you just said. They're doing it, but you got to keep walking towards the light, my good friend. All right.
All right, Zeus.
All right, you too, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain America. Yeah. See, that's what this. Oh my God, WW Big Zeus too. That's a W for Big Zeus. Remember, I'm the nice person. Now, Captain America, I'll be honest with you. There are probably people who heard what you said, and they're not going to be so nice. But understand this. There's feedback, and I've said this because it actually has made me the person that I am. When I learned this trick, feedback is a gift only if you treat it that way. So if there's people that actually want to say something about what you said, don't get upset about it. No, oh, they're jumping on me. No, just listen to them, because they're saying something. And if you could just listen for those kernels of truth, you will, mark my words, you will find out there are reputable people, because you know politicians are like car salesmen, right? You never trust them, right? You don't ever put that much trust in a person. But when you see someone out there that's actually trying to do the right thing, you got to go, you know what? You're actually trying. And that's what this is about. All right. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a little bit of an overtime show. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. I don't know how we got to this moment on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know, but we're going to move it along, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move it along. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go for a little more longer, so I know who I'll bring up, and then I get out of here. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Good morning, my friend.
Welcome.
I just am just shocked that Captain America had the audacity to do the both sides of the spectrum again, and then say that he wanted somebody with balls. Well, let me tell you, you had that opportunity, and she didn't have balls. She didn't have balls, because that's the problem. You thought they needed balls. Balls get kicked and they crumble. But we, the women of the United States of America, we've had enough, and we're standing up. You had an opportunity. You had a better candidate. You chose the lesser. You chose the evil. You chose that. So no, please miss me with you're waiting for someone who has the balls to stand up. You had it. You had that opportunity. And you chose the old, decrepit criminal con man who literally has predatory practices. The predator and thief is what you chose over a highly educated public servant who dedicated her entire career in education to serving this nation with integrity and honor. You had it. You chose otherwise. So nope, sorry, you don't get off the hook, and you definitely don't get to do the both sides of the spectrum bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people coming up and saying that, oh yeah, the Republicans are disappointing, but the Democrats. No, the Democrats are literally fighting for civil rights. The Democrats are fighting for human rights. The Democrats are fighting for women. The Democrats are fighting for education. The Democrats are fighting for a healthcare system. They believe in science and math. So no, you do not get to come into Zeus and get free ticket of a win for me. That literally difference between you that literally encouraged
I think we're breaking up, Jim. You're breaking up, Jim.
not only stand up but
I
rise
thought it was
above.
just me.
No.
I thought it was just me. Jim, we're
Anywho,
losing you.
can you
All
hear
right,
me
you're
now?
back. Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
You were cooking.
Okay,
You were
sorry.
cooking. W, Jim. She was cooking, and I was catching what you were doing through the breakup. But listen, keep on going if you don't mind. And Captain America, this is kind of what I was trying to highlight was going to happen. But listen for the kernels of truth.
I just can't with these folks. You guys are going to have to recognize and own it. Own the fact that you chose criminality. Own the fact that you chose racism and misogyny and hate and degradation. You have to own that. I will never let you off the hook. I will never welcome you back. And you know why we don't let the rats back in? Because they bring a plague. We don't let rats in because they bring a plague. We don't allow them. We eradicate it. No, the answer is no. I will speak it loud and clear on behalf of every single one of us. You don't get to vote for something like that, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then come back and get on the ship. No, you get to drown with the fleas that are spreading the disease that is MAGA. No, the answer is no. No plagues allowed.
Wow, that's a W, Jim.
Now,
that's harsh. That's harsh.
I'm sorry. We gave you a chance. We tried educating. We tried welcoming you. We tried being the tolerant left. We tried saying, okay, maybe you made a mistake the first time. But when you folks voted again and again and again after January 6th, after knowing what this group of people was capable of doing to harm our nation, what we are witnessing now is an absolute treasonous event in our nation, and they are trying to overthrow our government again. They are harming the migrant community. They are harming veterans. They are harming children. They are harming women. Yeah. At what point do you look in the mirror and say, I did that? I voted for this degradation to my country? Only when it knocks on your door, right? Well, it's knocking. It's knocking.
Yep.
And what do you guys do when people knock on the MAGA side? You usually shoot through the door.
Oh, they
so
do.
let's just stop the BS.
I thought it was an immigrant trying to get. That's what they'll say. I thought it was an immigrant. Yeah.
Exactly. I thought they were going to break into my house.
Oh.
Yeah, they are breaking into your house, and you voted for it. You voted for it. They broke into your bank account too through Doge. Remember Doge? Oh. Why are we not talking about Doge anymore? You have a problem with immigrants, but you're allowing an immigrant to steal your money.
Wait,
yeah,
Elon
Musk, immigrant who lied, who stayed in this country, who never achieved his college education, but got into this country. Melania Trump, uneducated, no college education, literally lied on her first lady's website, trying to claim she was college educated, lied. How many of you have ever heard her speak anything other than broken English? You haven't. She doesn't. Even when she was supposedly able to speak 5-6 languages with the president of France, his wife, she couldn't communicate. And the only thing you saw in her videos in Italy was her saying ciao, ciao, ciao. Well, if she could speak 5 languages, don't you think she would? Don't you think she would prove, like Jackie Kennedy did, the fluency of her ability to speak with foreign leaders? She lies. They lie. You people fall for the lie, the gimmick, the bull all the time because you think proximity to wealth is going to help you. It's not. It's not going to help you because he thinks you are trash. He told you so. He told you, all I need from you is your vote and you'll never have to worry about it again. He told you that. And you fell for it.
Wow.
You fell for the grift.
They ignored
And
us.
it just makes me mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the other thing...
you got more? Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the other thing that comes to my mind is the country song by Randy Travis and Carrie Underwood where they say, I told you so. Go listen to that. Go listen to your country bumpkin singing that because we told you so.
Yeah.
And then to Antifa. Antifa, my love, I adore you. However, you need to understand that when we get the representatives' names wrong, we need to be corrected. The name is Benny Thompson. Benny Thompson. And we need to make sure he said Thomas. We need to say Thompson because you're going to have all these folks trying to Google Benny Thomas. They ain't going to find nothing. It's Benny Thompson not only dog-walked the FBI, but literally had him scrambling and literally rubbing his hands and choking on his own saliva as a member sitting in Congress. And we have to make sure that we give the proper names of the people that are doing the work to prove that these people are lying under oath, perjuring themselves. He dog-walked the FBI on national TV. The only thing that would have been better if it had been Kash Patel himself with his coked out eyes. Now, let's just be very clear also that when we allow these people to come up, like I literally watched the Triple T or whatever you guys call that person, because I won't name him, tell Erica that he's not afraid of anybody. You know what that tells us, Triple T or 4 T's or 2 T's too small because your shirts don't fit? The bottom line is this, that you don't even have the ability in your brain to comprehend when you're wrong, to say you're wrong, to apologize for being wrong, which means you will never grow. And that is why you outgrow your t-shirts, because your brain is still 12 and your shirts are 42.
Oh,
your belly. I'm over it. I'm just over it.
You're making a bunch of my new friends, Jim, so to speak, cry. Please, like.
Well, you know what they say: when you lay with dogs, you catch fleas. So I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. He wrote it again. He wrote it again that he's not afraid of anyone. You know what? That's the problem with people like you. You never grow. You never learn. Fear is a very healthy thing to have when you use it to grow and learn from it. When it teaches you cautionary tales, my friend, you have no cautionary tales in your soul. You follow the rabbit into the hole and find out there's a python waiting to eat you alive. That's who you are, my friend.
Yeah.
So let it constrict you, because I'm not digging you up.
Constrict like a boa constrictor. Wow.
Yes.
You are. I might have to, do some Rizzler trophies or something, because a lot of y'all starting to get and you're doing a good job of being a Riz, having that Riz that you do, and just totally cooking these demons the way that you do. W's in the chat for Jim. Oh.
Now I want to remind folks.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to remind folks that there's an outbreak of measles in this country right now that is literally we have not seen this in over 40 years. It's spreading all over the country, and we need to be listening to medical scientists like Dr. Keisha and Dr. Sharon. If she's in here today, I really would love if she had an opportunity. And then I'd like everybody
Dr. Keisha, are you here?
I think she is. I think I saw her earlier. And I also want to thank everybody who's been offering condolences after your shows lately, because the truth of the matter is I really need it. Today would have been my mom's 86th birthday, so if you can send me some love today's going to be a hard one. We had a birthday party planned today, and we're not going to be able to celebrate her birthday in that respect, but we are going to honor her today. So if you can just keep me in your thoughts as I get through this birthday.
Yes, wow. Happy birthday, Jim's mom.
Thank you. Mama Betty. Her name is
Mama Betty. We're going to still celebrate it, Mama Betty, because you've raised an amazing woman, and a lot of you is in her, I can tell. And I just want to say thank you. Happy birthday. Blow out as many candles. Blow them out. Seriously.
Thank you.
We're like a family at this moment. Some of us are more prettier and more handsome than others, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of love.
I appreciate that. I just really could use all the support to get through this. Yes, I'll drop for her. I just want to make sure that you guys know how much I appreciate all of you. I've received some beautiful messages from people who follow you often, who didn't know about me and then heard us talking. And so I also want to shout out to Judge Political. Judge Political sent me probably one of the most beautiful letters yesterday. And I want to thank him too. So for those of you who have shown me love and kindness, I cannot tell you that you have carried me just as much as I have carried you with knowledge and information that you tell me I give you. And I thank you, and I thank this platform every single day for giving me that
Hey,
every day. Thank
hey,
you. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. W Jim. No lies detected, and we appreciate you and we love you as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Oh my goodness, that's my beautiful friend Jim. I see you, Ange. I was gonna show you what a real tree trunk looks like, but you know what? We're running low on time. Let me see if I can get Dr. Keisha up here, ladies and wow, ladies and gentlemen, what in the earth is that? Good morning, Doc. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to
Happy
the show.
Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. But yeah, let me see if I could I was looking for a photo. I wanted to see if you could at least, I know you probably have other things you wanted to talk about, but I wanted to see if you could explain about the measles to us real quick. Are you there, Doc?
Through the Zeus Kingdom photo?
Well, I was looking for it. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know why that popped up there. I thought I selected the right one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, I don't have it.
Oh no.
I don't think I have the photo. I had a photo of it. It was a person that had the measles outbreak, so I was trying to see if I could do it, but
Oh, you were looking for the
I guess we'll just
morbilliform
move. Oh,
rash.
here it is. I think I found it. There you go. There we go. There you go.
Yeah, it's called a morbilliform rash. Yep, that's measles, y'all.
What is it?
It's it's the presentation of it. It's this rash,
Yeah.
right? It's got multiple spots. They're not raised like papules. They're macules, and it's red, and it goes from head to toe, and it's very characteristic.
Now they're saying, see, I don't know much, but I did get my vaccines when I was growing up. But they're saying a lot of cases are now starting to creep up, and this is some South Carolina, and they said the spreads are happening in churches and in schools. And it's due to people not getting vaccinated. What are your thoughts about that? Because you can't really you're bound by the profession of being a doctor, right? So there's certain
Yeah.
things you can't say. But if you don't mind, could you give us your opinion about what's happening with the situation and what others can do to kind of prevent themselves from contracting this?
Yeah, you know what? It's called having an evidence-based physician and going to said physician and getting the immunizations that y'all had when you were little, that your grandparents had, your great-great-grandparents had, and even past that, some of them saw the devastation of these diseases. But they're not alive to be able to tell you that unless they pass the story down. There is, I use a measles tracker by Johns Hopkins because the CDC doesn't have one. And what is happening now is we're at an all-time low for immunizations. So we'll be second. This time we won't be first like we were with C19, where we had the most number of unalivements than any other country. We were number one. Woo-hoo-hoo, go United States. Now we're in second place with the outbreak and losing what is called elimination status, meaning that we have been a long time without having a measles outbreak. Okay, a scattered case is one thing, but a true outbreak like this, and it has been many years, but now they're technically waiting to January, right? But technically we've approached that elimination status. So given the new year, we're going to ring in the new year as losing our elimination status, first time in history, since we've had immunizations to protect it. Yep. There are, Nevada, Utah also has this outbreak, this cluster, United States, Texas, we started it. And then the South Carolina outbreak.
Are you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all don't hear me? The South Carolina outbreak is over 80,
I can
but
hear you. It went in and out,
in the last 2 weeks, there's been over 30 cases just in 2 weeks. Yeah. So, it's funny when they want to have this sense of my rights, my vaccination, my child. But you guys are losing more school days. Now they have to quarantine for these multiple weeks because they're exposed to something they're not protected against. And then what's happening. For each measles case, we spend over $5,000 per person. So it's really interesting. Hundreds of thousands actually, right? Because of the hospitalizations, what have you, per person for these outbreaks that could have been prevented. So when they say that they're trying to save us money, you guys are on the long term because they don't understand this. They are literally hurting the economy and hurting us because of this.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I see like a shadow of Kabira. Oh, hi, Kabira.
She said she had a question for you, so I had to line her up.
And you know what? I will answer Kabira's question. You know why?
Why?
And you, Zeus, of course you, because you did come through too. Because we sit here and we have some people on our side that still don't listen, is that we did a live. I literally show disease at the cellular level because a lot of them claim they don't believe it exists. And so I show you at the cellular level what happens to your body in disease. And she came through and she sat and she listened. And I truly appreciate that support because I've already told you at the end of this month, I'm hanging up my hat. You guys can, you guys got, you got to process it. Yeah. But you also got to support the Black and brown doctors. I'm going to tell you, we're less than 1%. We fight every day in our field and get questioned for our ability. And then people scroll through and don't listen to what we have to say unless I'm dancing or shaking my butt. But we've got word to say, and some of us are not mediocre. I'm going to be honest. A lot of the influencers you listen to are, and we have the information, but we can only hold it for so long or hold the torch. We're taking our training wheels off. The information is out there. My podcast is out there. I am the only medical podcast to have Congresswoman Haley Stevens on our podcast. And I've been following her for 3 months. I already knew this. Everyone's saying breaking news. The articles of impeachment have been drafted for weeks, have been drafted for over a month. And she just released them right after our podcast, perfect timing. So on Monday, everything that she talked about with these articles of impeachment and about the people on the other side that voted him in that have changed their tune will all be out on our podcast.
All right. Well,
Hi, Kabira.
Thank you, Doc. Hi, Kabira. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Keisha. All right. Good morning, Zeus. Dr. Keisha, number one, I want to thank you for the information you put out the other day. It was informative. I was looking at the slides and I was really trying to understand concepts, but the thing is, it's education, right?
Yeah.
So just get some education, get some knowledge. So my question to you is this. Tomorrow, right, this is really small potatoes, but I got a doctor here, might as well ask her. Tomorrow I go get my COVID vaccine and I believe my flu vaccine. Now I had it set up where I would take the COVID, the flu, the pneumonia, and the RSV. But I said that may be too much at one time. So I'm going to get the COVID and the flu. Should you take all those vaccines at once or should you split them up or what?
So you should.
I know it's a dumb question, but.
No, people ask that. You should definitely talk to your doctor if you're eligible for both. But me and my family, we got both of ours in September. We got our flu A and B, and then we got our C19 all at the same time. And we're walking, knock on wood, today. And preventing preventable illness, to be honest. Someone asked about the measles. The R naught for measles, which is the infective rate or the ability for it to pass on to others, is 15 to 20, one of the highest. That means for every one person that has measles and you're not immunized, up to 15 and 20 people that they come in contact with will get it, which is why so many people are now quarantining. Okay,
hey, another question. When I was younger, naturally I had all of my childhood shots. Is the shots for the shingles, right? After a while, when you get older, what is that? Is that because you still may the measles shots you took when you were a child, they may no longer be effective, or what? I don't know if I'm making sense with what I'm asking you. Or is there an update?
Ooh, that's a good thing. Those are two different things, though. So measles, the measles and varicella for shingles are two different ones, right? That's the herpes virus in the herpes family. The shingles, or I'm sorry, the measles, you normally should be set for life. However, there is a period in the 1950s where the type of vaccine was not as effective as what we have now. So that's why they recommend certain people over a certain age to check their titer. That's called your antibody titer. So your doctor will take your blood and check your antibody titer, and if it's low, then you can go ahead and proceed with getting another measles shot. For varicella, yeah, the same thing. The shingles, it is recommended, when you're older, that you do get that to prevent you from getting zoster, because that's painful. And it's interesting in the chat that everybody's being so serious, and then you have, and I never ever put people in a category, but I don't know who Snuggles is, but it's crazy that like in a serious time like this, when people are unaliving from measles, from vaccine preventable illnesses, and actually today the FDA is now considering putting a serious warning label on the shot you're about to go get, Kabira, the COVID vaccine. That juicy Zeusy and name calling is what we do. We got to get serious for a minute. I don't know if it's going to be you having to throw somebody into going into the ER with someone lifeless, that you can at least for 1 minute be serious. But you guys got to put on your grown-up pants, or I don't know if you have them. I'm not sure. Go ahead, Kabira.
He wears diapers, to be honest, Doc. But
Dr. Keisha, the thing is this: a lot of these people that are vaccine deniers, right? These were the people when they were younger. I guarantee you, 101%, their parents gave them their childhood shots.
Yep.
This is what I'm thinking.
But they'll put
Yet they want to pass on disinformation or misinformation and tell people don't get your shots. But in the meantime, in between time, you got your shots. And if a person wants to protect themselves, I mean, you wear a coat when it's cold, right? You put your seatbelt on when you drive a car. It's the chances of you becoming seriously ill, depending on, the individual. It's nothing wrong the way I see it in getting a vaccination. Yeah, you may have a sore arm. You may be sick for a day or two, but it's better than what could happen if you don't do it. You know what I mean? So for people like Snuggles, if you want to be ignorant, then you stay ignorant, but don't put me down because I care about my health.
Thank you.
I personally, if you want to jump off a bridge, then have at it. Let me know. I'll keep the police away. But that's all I had to ask you.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we did an episode called Every Child Deserves Access to Vaccines with a quadruple certified physician. And again, she's an immigrant too, y'all. She had to flee her country. She probably does more for her country than the people in the chat on the other side. But she talked about that vaccines are a victim of their own success, immunizations, that they have made it so far and done so much while you all are sleeping that you don't realize how much you've been protected. And they just literally have just put a hole in the floor completely, and everyone is going to fall through. With this new warning they're about to put on C-19 vaccines, we've already had an uptake of less than 30% with the booster. And with flu too. By the way, flu this year mutated. People talk about measles. Flu have mutated 7 times, and it's called subvariant K. I don't like that. I don't like that it has a K in it. I don't. For either me. 7 mutations.
I only got one. I only got one flu shot. Sheesh, it's hard to keep up with all of this.
But listen, you get a flu shot every year. It's called antigenic shift. There are certain microorganisms that mutate more than others. It is what it is, and some of the mutations don't affect their ability to get inside your cell. They affect their ability to evade the immune system. But sometimes they do, and when they change enough and they're still in the same family, we call it a subvariant, or a potential concern. So what happened was that they mutated in the summer. And I think because when you allow stuff to linger along, we don't have a year that we've gone without flu. Like, there's always cases, but they spike. It's so bad that look at France, look at Canada, and look at what they're doing. But last year we had 600,000 hospitalizations from flu. That wasn't. No. Do y'all hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We had 600,000 hospitalizations and almost 40,000 deaths. I'm sorry, unalivements from flu. And it was the second most unalived year for our children from flu ever, 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 ever. So we are in what is called the perfect storm. This is considered the perfect storm. I'm going to be really honest. So what Haley Stevens has put in on the floor is very, very important. I learned a lot about her in the conversation. So someone had mentioned earlier, that we need to, start having conversation. Oh, you did. You mentioned we need to start having conversations with them. We're doing it. Even physicians that I never thought I would do. We did it. I just had a conversation with the Colin Kaepernick's autopsy initiative, and that'll be out at the end of this month to see, what they're doing politically, helping doing second autopsies for free for families with questionable unalivements in police care. And that includes if you're withholding food or medicine while they're in jail or prison. That includes in pursuit. That includes any part of any questionable unalivement. They're doing a free autopsy, and they've been doing it since 2022, to be honest. So people are doing the work. It may not be, thank y'all for that. Thank you. It may not be, a lot of us don't have the time, to be honest. It's either one or the other. You've got Zeus, who has set hours for a reason, but some of us don't have the time because we're literally doing the actual clinical work and then gathering the data and then going into these groups, because I'm also on my ears on the ground in these scientific groups I'm with, these doctors at what they're seeing in the hospital. So when I'm coming back with it, I'm not going to get a soundbite, a breaking news soundbite. I'm literally taking all the years of knowledge and boots on the ground to come back and give you the information.
Amen. Amen. Listen, well, that's why we need you here.
Dr. Keisha and Zeus, I will.
Oh.
Dr. Keisha and Zeus, I will say this and then I will drop. And this is for you vaccine deniers. Naturally, when I was a child, my parents gave me my childhood vaccinations. Then when I went into the military, who knows what they gave me, but I took all those vaccinations. And I never took any other vaccinations. And it's not because I was a vaccination denier, just, young, didn't think about it. And then when COVID-19 hit, right? I think I was about maybe 60 or 59. And I was seeing the rates, of the unaliving rates. And I said, you know what? You're falling in that category of people who may have an issue. You know what I'm saying? So since then, I just try to stay on top of my vaccines. I mean, we all got to go, but it depends on how you go. And I don't want to go due to ignorance, if I'm making sense. So that's all I had to say. So you people, the winter is coming. You do what you want to do. You do your thing. But my recommendation, and I'm no Dr. Keisha, but I would take your vaccines. It's just a little pinch in the arm. Much better than something else.
Yeah.
You can drop me, Zeus.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you, Dr. Keisha, for answering my question.
You're amazing. Thank you, Kabir. I appreciate the support.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Do you have any other questions? I'm trying to think. There's a lot going on right now. They're also trying to get rid of the RSV. I think you're having a glitch. They're also trying to get rid of the RSV immunization recommendation. I don't know what to tell y'all. If y'all are following this panel and not the 40 organizations that have come together, the ones that actually certify us as physicians in our specialty, that they're going against, they said they are not following ACIP. And if you don't know what ACIP is, Google it. But they're not following that recommendation. They decided that this is wrong and what you need to do. Now, what's sad is that people are now in limbo, to be honest. Also, people are confused because you've got some doctors that aren't like us. And someone said that in the chat. There's somebody that had colon cancer and their doctor prescribed ivermectin. I would report them to the board because, no, I'm going to be honest. That is not the standard. That's why I say not all doctors are like us. I would report them to the board. And let me tell you why. First of all, I get board certified by my specialty. So I'm triple board certified. So you can report someone to their board specialty for their care. And then whatever state someone's practicing in, they have a state license board. So I'm board certified by Texas. So you can report them. You can find their NPI number through their number and you can report them because no one should be treating cancer with ivermectin. That whole thing, someone was coming up the other day asking me about parasites causing cancer. That's hogwash. Parasites and 500,000 other things cause cancer. And what?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, Don, Big Zeus
All right, bye,
appreciates you,
Zeus.
but I have to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat. We value all of your knowledge, and I wish you could, be as committed as I am, but I know where you're at. You're doing very important work, and so as much as I can, I'm going to help you get the word out. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Check out the podcast on Monday, the Medical Collective podcast. On Monday, you can hear our conversation with Congresswoman Haley Stevens. 4 amazing Black women and brown physicians, and Haley Stevens, Women Power. Yay.
Hey, let's go. Make sure you're giving Dr. Keisha a huge follow. Wow, oh wow. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the special broadcast. Big Zeus, I put in some overtime hours for you. I did that because I told you I was going to, but I got to get up out of here. Look at the time. Oh my goodness, on Friday. I want to give a special thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. Because without you, this show wouldn't be what it is. Entertaining, educational, and very engaging. Thank you, Sarah, all of you. But I also got to give one last round of booze and shame. And this goes out to all the Zeus haters out there. I'm going to, not Captain America. No, you did something today that I'm going to really meditate on. But all of those who refuse to come up here on my show and apologize for getting the United States of America into this disgusting situation that we're in right now with a president who's very close to Jeffrey Epstein and a bunch of young girls. It's very disturbing. You owe us an apology, but you won't do it because your hearts have been hardened. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending these MAGA demons one last time straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care, stay safe. We are out of here. Have a great rest of your morning.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up. Get injected with some power. Pull some strings. And level up like a king.
Thank you.
Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the top. Wisdom, energy, and presidential. Watch the ops. Drip too saucy, got the fit, hitting real different. 1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant. No skeety, I'm the go full sharper than a blade. For attack, smack these clowns, think for all the shade. Bustin' moves, no mid, got the king in a choke. You the doubt, out my Lexi hitting, bitch explode. From the Bay to DC, I keep them on their toes. Level up with the blueprint, watch the empire grow. First with all the fits, now my circle A1. Moving 100, yeah, this race is all we run. Bet I'm dripping, got the power vision crystal clear. Liquid ambition, yeah, making history right here. Ops talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, strapping in the zone. Past the hate, got my foot on the gas. Bulletproof, yeah, my old hands built to last. Slap with the pen, moving chestnut checklist. Presidential flex, got my king on the necklace. Level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin', we ain't gon' never stop. No cap, we win, yeah. 400,000, 100, 1605. Presidential, we found it. Posted in the capital, moving like I own the block. Riz game, presidential, got the nation in a lock. Got the annex, yeah, on the planet, no facade. Drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. Let them call it shots, vision, HD, clear, slack with the moves, turn the dreams into chandeliers. Ops stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor. Acting like a secret, every bar's a new crown. Track soul in the White House, DC is the town. Woke up in the mansion views from the East Wing. Presidential, got the poles in the pond. No cap, I'm the vibe, come the calm in the storm. Got the glow, dropping bombs like I'm reading out a song. Ops trying to glitch, but my code is unbreakable. Skee-dee through the storm, legacy unshakable. Over to the fall, got the city in my grip. Yeah, getting real cold, make the whole world flip. Busting off the charts, got the game in a trance. Drip too wavy, yeah, make you wanna dance. Level up, Captain Lee, yeah, flowing on the 5 with 169 and 5 presidential. We found it all.